What happens when a team with championship aspirations gambles on a pitcher who spent more time in the trainer's room than on the mound? The Philadelphia Phillies just made that exact bet, bringing back left-handed reliever Tim Mayza on a minor league deal with an invitation to big league spring training. And honestly, this move screams desperation masked as low-risk opportunity. Let's set the scene here. Mayza is a 34-year-old southpaw who's been around the block, 8 major league seasons under his belt, most of them spent with the Toronto Blue Jays before brief stints with the Yankees and Pirates. The Phillies acquired him midseason in 2025 from Pittsburgh, hoping he'd provide that veteran left-handed presence in their bullpen. Instead, what did they get? A grand total of 15 appearances and a 3.78 ERA across a measly 16 1/3 innings. Why so few games? Because Mayza spent the majority of the season nursing a strained lat muscle, watching from the sidelines while his teammates battled for playoff positioning. But here's where it gets interesting and frustrating for Phillies fans who demand excellence. Despite missing most of 2025, Mayza's track record from 2021 through 2023 tells a different story. Over that span, he posted a solid 3.49 ERA across 214 1/3 innings with a strikeout rate of 22.2% and an elite ground ball rate of 55%. Those numbers scream reliability. His 2023 season with Toronto was particularly spectacular, a microscopic 1.52 ERA, a 58.2% ground ball rate, and he absolutely dominated left-handed hitters, holding them to a pathetic .214/.266/.304/ line. That's the kind of specialist every contender craves in October. So, why the skepticism? Because between that brilliant 2023 campaign and now, Mayza has been a walking injury report. In 2024, he stumbled to a bloated 6.33 ERA across 42 2/3 innings split between Toronto and the Bronx. Then came 2025's lat strain that essentially erased his season. The Phillies are banking on the ghost of 2023 Mayza showing up in 2026. But what if they get the broken-down version instead? History suggests injuries don't just disappear when you turn 34. They compound, they linger, they sabotage careers. Let's talk pitching arsenal and matchup dynamics, because this is where Mayza either becomes a weapon or a liability. He's a two-pitch pitcher through and through, a two-seam fastball that sits 93 to 94 miles per hour, averaged 93.6 in 2025, that he throws about 70% of the time, complemented by an 86 to 87 miles per hour slider, 87.1 last year. Nothing fancy, nothing deceptive, just old-school pitching that relies on movement, location, and exploiting platoon advantages. And here's the split that defines Mayza's entire value proposition. Left-handed batters are absolutely helpless against him, managing just 8.214/.266/.304 career line. That's borderline elite shutdown numbers. But flip the script against righties, they feast on him to the tune of .281/.350/.474. That's not just bad. That's, please get this guy out of the game before he gives up a 3-run bomb territory. Mayza isn't a multi-inning weapon or a high-leverage closer. He's a specialist, a matchup guy, the pitcher you bring in for 1 or 2 crucial outs against dangerous left-handed bats in the 7th or 8th inning. Now, let's examine the Phillies' bullpen construction and where Mayza fits, or doesn't. Philadelphia already has 2 quality lefties locked in. Jose Alvarado, their fireballing closer type who can touch triple digits, and Tanner Banks, a reliable middle relief option. On the right-handed side, they're stacked with Joan Duran's elite stuff, Brad Keller's veteran presence, and Orion Kerkerink's rising star potential. That's a formidable core, arguably one of the best bullpens in the National League on paper. But here's the million-dollar question. Where does a 34-year-old injury-prone specialist fit into that equation? The final bullpen spots are wide open. Zack McCambley, plucked in the Rule 5 draft, and veteran Zack Pop, who signed a split major/minor league contract this winter, are both fighting for roster spots. If Mayza comes into spring training healthy and sharp, he could absolutely steal one of those jobs. His experience and track record against lefties make him valuable insurance. But if he shows up rusty, velocity down, command shaky, he's a non-roster invitee heading back to AAA Lehigh Valley faster than you can say designated for assignment. Let's project some scenarios. Best case, Mayza rediscovers his 2023 form, stays healthy for 50 to 60 appearances, and becomes the Phillies' go-to-lefty specialist in high-leverage situations against the Braves' Matt Olson, the Mets' Pete Alonso, or the Dodgers' Freddie Freeman in a potential October showdown. That's the dream. Worst case, he breaks down again by May, burns a 40-man roster spot, and the Phillies are scrambling to find left-handed relief, help at the trade deadline, overpaying for a rental because they gambled on damaged goods. So, what's the final verdict on the Tim Mayza signing? It's a classic low-risk, medium-reward move that won't make or break the Phillies season, but could absolutely matter in a tight playoff race. The minor league contract means zero financial commitment if he flops, and the spring training invitation gives him a legitimate shot to prove he's still got something left in the tank. For a team with World Series aspirations, having depth options like Mayza, veterans who've been there, who know how to handle October pressure, is never a bad thing. But let's be brutally honest here. This reeks of a front office hedging their bets rather than making a bold statement. The Phillies didn't go out and acquire a proven, healthy left-handed reliever on the open market. They didn't trade prospects for a guaranteed contributor. Instead, they're rolling the dice on a pitcher who's been more injured than effective over the past 2 seasons, hoping lightning strikes twice, and he channels his 2023 magic. That's not a championship-caliber strategy. That's crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. If Mayza can stay healthy and recapture even 80% of his 2023 form, this signing looks brilliant. He becomes a crucial weapon against the National League's elite left-handed power hitters, a guy who can get that one massive out in Game 5 of the NLCS. But if he's the same broken-down version we saw in 2024 and 2025, the Phillies just wasted a roster spot and valuable spring training reps that could have gone to a younger, hungrier arm. Phillies fans, what do you think? Are you buying into the Tim Mayza reclamation project? Or are you worried the front office is settling for damaged goods when they should be hunting bigger game? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you optimistic, skeptical, or somewhere in between? And if you're as fired up about this bullpen situation as I am, smash that like button and let's keep this conversation going. The road to October starts now, and every roster decision matters. Let's see if Mayza proves the doubters wrong or becomes just another what could have been story.